That's with my 5% discount.
Welcome back, welcome back. So I'm watching this video, and I believe it's an African man showing that women, particularly white women, are starting to realize owning a house and living the life their parents lived, that's not gonna happen.
At the carton going, Mom, this was $70. We didn't even get anything. Yeah, I know, kid. And he doesn't even remember a time when you could get a 2-bedroom apartment in a decent area of town for $600 a month. Now a 1-bedroom apartment in a mediocre part of town is $2,000 a month. Gas is $5.49 a gallon. It cost me $65 to fill up my tank. Before COVID, my grocery bill per month was $350. Now it's $600 a month, and I buy the exact same amount of groceries. This shit is out of control. What does the bourgeoisie think that the outcome of this is going to be? They cannot possibly believe that extracting every last dime out of the working class by inflating all of the prices and paying us poverty wages is a sustainable economic model.
No, they don't. They think it's going to cripple you because you're too stupid to be an adult and have a husband. And the whole time you were being an adult, you're supposed to be saving your money for shit like this. But you thought, oh, you might have not thought this because some white people don't understand white privilege and the racism shit. And that's what allowed you to do those things. It wasn't your jobs. It was all the things you're about to say. They did it to my people in many, many, many different ways and other people. And the Lord said, what goes around is gonna come around. So, welcome to being a nigger. Welcome to the other side. We can teach you how to survive through this. Most of you are going night-night. You're not gonna be able to deal with it. You know? Nobody coming for you. You actually gotta work really fucking hard or you're getting fired. It's not like back in the day. And you made us work really hard and stay broke. So we're not gonna quit our jobs. We're gonna suffer through like what we've always done. Suffer through. You're gonna quit your job and I'm gonna replace you. Get it? All the immigrants and everybody that's here are waiting for you to quit. We're waiting for you to give up and think it's going to change back. No, it's going to change back when when we all deal with this and they roll out the new thing, then we all can get back to whatever it is going to be because it ain't going to be the same thing, I tell you that. It's going to be a little bit different.
And the thing is that I could be mad at the bourgeoisie all day long, but they are doing exactly what is expected. They are greedy sociopaths. This is what they do.
You can't blame my people. It's more of your people up there than mine. So finally you can wake up and see that we were lying. And while you sat back and watched and said, I don't see no evil, I don't hear no evil, and I'm not gonna speak of what I hear or see. Now my father destroyed the reality of how you can live like that. And the Bible said what goes around, what you do to other people is gonna happen to you. That's just the way it goes.
I am more mad at Americans because instead of uniting against this common enemy who is robbing us blind, we are fighting over whether or not drag queens can read books to children. At what point are we going to stop taking this shit lying down, put our foot down, and say, fuck this, and not allow it anymore?
By doing what? Protesting? What you talking about? What you talking about, getting violent? It hasn't even been 50 years of this shit. You're ready to get violent now? Right away? Oh, you're going to have to learn how to endure, baby. It's not going to get any easier. And if you think you're going to get me and other people to wow out, you're fucking crazy. I guess you haven't been watching what your people have been making lately. You know? They've been waiting for you guys. And trust me, you're going to disperse really fast.
We cannot even afford to live in this country. We can't even afford to die in this country. The
Yes, you can. Just broke.
Republican Party is bought and paid for by the same greedy sociopaths who are robbing you, me, and our families blind every day. They are manipulating you into believing that they are going to save you from the problems that they created.
You know, black people were saying that for years. We were literally saying this like last year. And the year before that, and the year before that, and nobody ever did anything. So you can count us out of doing anything. We're gonna be catatonic, and we're gonna keep working like the slaves we got programmed to be, and die, and love the Lord and all that stuff. Not all of us, but get used to it. Get over it. It's over. It's a wrap.
In your life. They have not walked a single inch in your working class shoes. They have no idea the struggle that you and I go through.
No one. Oh yeah, everyone did know of my struggles and all our people. Y'all knew, and you didn't do nothing. But now I'm supposed to want to stick up for the country. Supposed to fight for jobs. What about when we needed jobs? What about when we were illegally arrested and all these things and it was happening to our children and all? You didn't care, or your parents didn't care, and their parents didn't care. So the Bible says the sins of your grandpappy go on to you. You got to live high on the hog, so that means you got to get brought down. Grandpappy and those old, they're gone. They can't pay for their sins. They have to deal with the father. You, on the other hand, just like I had to pay for my grandpappy's sins, you got to deal with it now. Get over it.
Every day in this economy just to feed our families and keep them safe. They are gaslighting you into believing that I am your enemy so that you're distracted while they continue to do their dirt behind your back because
Black people told you that years ago. We told you people, they're gonna turn on you. You think that word white people really means something? No, it doesn't. White people have different nationalities too. And you got tricked like you were one of them. And you're not. You got used.
they know that if you knew what they were doing, you wouldn't vote for them anymore. Why are you listening to them?
Sound
The
the
Democratic
horns.
Party, with the exception of a very small few, is filled with weak and spineless politicians who placate to everyone just so that they can get reelected because they want to maintain some semblance of power in Congress. Why are you placing all of your faith and hope in this party to save us?
Because that's what your ancestors did. And we're just going to skip your 20-minute, 5-minute rant because, there's more people that need to express their feelings.
The market is absolutely ridiculous. It's so sad because back in the day, you were able to just go to school, get a good job, get married, be able to buy a house, start a family. And
Not black people. Only 3%. Which that's impossible for people to be free. And, But I digress. Continue.
possibly be able to stay part-time at home even with the children to help raise them. Now it's like, no, you get married, where are you living? Maybe we're going to live in a shoebox, maybe we're going to be homeless living on the street.
You still think you're getting married?
Because why is a one-bedroom, one-bath like $800,000? Like, I'm just trying to wrap my head around how things are going right now because it's pretty hopeless for this generation, for us that are trying to start our lives and get a place. It's like rent is absolutely insane. You can't save any money to be able to buy a place. They don't want us to own anything, and they literally want to destroy your dreams of starting a life.
That's how black people felt this whole time. Welcome to the club.
It's just so embarrassing.
So on today's episode of Why Are They Charging That Much for Rent, my downstairs neighbor, okay, exact same floor plan that I have. I signed my lease in January, and I know there's going to be people that's like, that's cheap or that's expensive, but whatever. 2 bed, 2 bath, 1,100 square feet. I pay $1,639 before they add stuff. But my base rent is $1,639 after everything at $1,715. That's what I pay everybody.
Damn.
Okay, so $1,639. So my downstairs neighbors lived there for like 2 months and then moved out. I would love to know the TL if I would. And if you've been here since my Florida days, I'm not talking about the downstairs neighbors that called the cops. That's a whole separate story in a whole separate state, okay? Now we're in Texas. So anyways, downstairs neighbors move out. They moved out in Florida too, but also Texas. And I'm like, so I go on the website to see how much they're renting that apartment for. Keep in mind my 1639. $22.47. I know every realtor's argument's gonna be like, yeah, but it's the summer, it's a peak time to move.
See, what you guys are going to have to learn is all of that shit is done, you know? It's okay. You're not going to just die. You get it? Your kids ain't just going to, oh my God, we're trash now. I mean, they may feel that for a while, you know, moving around regular people. But, you know, get cool with the church-going black man. We'll teach you the ways of the street, you know? Show you how to not be around your kids. Don't be around them ones. Don't be around that, you know? Even though we shouldn't, but, you know, my father taught me forgiveness, so. Plus, he said, don't worry. All that you've learned and watched your people go through and the little bit that you have to go through, don't worry. I'm about to flip things, baby. And you're going to watch them go down. And then you're not going to be able to feel bad. Like, hey, it's all fucked up. Why us? No, now it's everybody. So I have no reason to be mad anymore. You know? It's either we're all free together or we're all down here together. You know?
Is that not like a $600 increase in the last 5 months? I may need to have like a chat with whoever signed that lease, genuinely. Because you're getting robbed. They haven't even moved in yet. I don't know if anyone has, but it was the only 2-bed, 2-bath apartment.
Skip.
$1,000 in 2023 just to have the same purchasing power adjusted for inflation. 300K is the new 100K.
Talk about Halloween, talk
God,
about horror, talk about scary. 80% of Americans have run out of money.
Their plan is working.
Okay, the Federal Reserve just published a study stating that only 20% of the richest Americans still have excess savings after the pandemic. And the other 80% have less cash on hand than before the pandemic began. Households saved a combined $2.3 trillion during the various pandemic lockdowns. Like, the savings rate was going up. And it's estimated that 1.3 trillion of that has now been spent. Listen to me.
Don't forget the couple of trillions at a 9/11.
I will never be able to afford a house.
Welcome to the club.
I will never be able to afford a house.
Home prices are rising nationwide as inflation remains stubborn and mortgage rates remain high as Americans compete for fewer available homes. Home prices in March are 0.4% compared to February. Now that's the second month in a row that we.
Why do you need a home to feel so good? I don't get it. I mean, I've lived in a home before, you know. I've done it. Didn't get to have it for a long time, and you know, I was living with people. You know, we was renting. But living in a home is living in a home. And it very is. It's a different experience. You know? But I was sharing mine with people, so I didn't get the full experience of, total peace. And, you know, I could walk around butt naked and shit. And slap my girl on the ass and say, cook me some breakfast. Daddy's got work. Go get this bacon. You know? I didn't get to experience all that. But for the short time that I did live in a home, it was good. I'm glad that I accomplished that, even though I didn't buy it or whatever. But you know, you experienced it, right? You grew up in a home. That's good enough. Stop. You're not gonna die because you don't own a house.
I've seen gains. My parents' house that is $195,000 back in '96 is now worth like $500,000 to $700,000.
God damn! Imagine that you buy a home for $97,000, a cool, you know, $1K, and About time your daughter gets, older and she should be married and get ready to take over the house. Now the house is worth 500. But the economy's so trashed, if you sell that fucking house, nigga, you're never going back in there. I don't mean to laugh at your guys' pain. It's just, I had to see so much of my own suffering and my people that I laugh at things now. Humor brings happiness.
My children will never be able to have a life like this because I can afford to do
I
it.
don't think any of us thought when we were growing up that owning a home would be a luxury. Like maybe
Most black people do. I know I did. I felt like it was a luxury. That's why when it was gone, I said, you got to live in a luxury most, of your people never do. They never grow and leave the fucking projects, let alone go and, try to live in a house and do things and move away. And a lot of people don't do that shit. So I considered myself blessed to have it for that short period of time. Maybe you should too, seeing that, some of you grew up in houses for years.
we thought it would be a bit difficult, but not like a luxury that basically only the rich will be able to afford.
No one that works a full-time job should be facing homelessness. And that's what
You're exactly right.
my family is facing right now.
Everybody in America.
Downsize. If you have a full-time job and you're broke, that means you need to move out of where you're at. You need to stop buying things like it's the 90s. It's not. It's over. The more you keep living the way you used to, the more and more you'll be broke. And then, that causes frustrations amongst the family and shit. So I'm sure a lot of you, if you have wives and, you're going to get divorced soon because you know how women feel. You got to go where the ballers is at. Not all of them. Some of you will be lucky enough to have a good one, but good luck.
America kind of knows, like, it's over. Like, there will be no recovery. Like, this is not like the other times. This ain't like 2008
See, this black woman, she gets it.
where, oh, we'll crash and then we'll get back up.
Because right now, this economy, this world is set up to make average American families fail.
If I can get my hands on a nice lump sum of money, baby, I'm buying land in another country and I'm out of here because there's nothing left here but struggle.
Days when somebody can support themselves and live comfortably with just one income. I have a full-time job that years ago I could have raised a family on what I make. And it's
True.
like now I have to do side hustles, to supplement my income.
No, you don't. You could stop fucking buying shit. You can really look at what you're doing and say, we don't need that. I don't need that. The kids don't need that. And fuck their after school program. Are they learning? They don't need to go play basketball. They need to fucking keep this ship afloat by not poking holes in it. You get it? Stop. You act like you can't just give up a bunch of stupid shit you do all the time and still be, oh yeah, I forgot. You don't know how to do that. It's only get money, spend money, and I'm going to get more. So I'm always going to get more. Nothing's bad ever going to happen. You never thought, oh yeah, I forgot. You're not us.
Because it's gotten so fucking expensive to live.
It's crazy you have to work like 75% of your life, like donate, give up 75% of your time pretty much, just to literally survive.
Try giving up 100% of your life, forced to harsh labor. You can't live on, anything good because you don't get to keep the money. You don't keep it. They take everything and they give you just enough to live. Complain then. 75% of your life.
To live, not to live comfortably, not to live well, just to live.
And I think I woke up all this.
How about doing slave work just to live in a shack and have ripped clothes and have your master come in and do your wife every night? Stop complaining.
Sudden and my insurance is doubled, food is fucking tripled, gas is so expensive, electric bill over double.
Turn your lights off, stop driving around, you ain't got shit really to fucking do, and stop stuffing your fucking face. You're not gonna die if you do these things. You're only gonna save money. Jesus fucking Christ. It's like people never had to tighten their belt before.
Fucking rent went up. I can't be the only one that's drowning.
Everybody is going through this bullshit. Everyone. Can't go to Canada. Can't go to the UK. Everyone is dealing with just not being able to sustain life.
I've never had.
Oh boy, I feel bad. There's gonna be a whole lot of people that throw themselves off of things or take the Big Bang attack to the head. I suggest you just learn to live with it. It's okay. Having a bunch of things isn't everything in the world. Having a big home isn't everything in the world. You people have the things that's the most important. You're too fucking stupid to see it.
So little money in my entire life. All of my money goes towards my bills and food for me to eat.
Really? That's the same problem I used to have until I realized I'm gonna not eat a couple days. I'm gonna wash my clothes in the sink in the bathtub, nigga. Get it? I'm not going to take the bus to work. I'm gonna walk. We don't eat lunch. You can still have things. You gotta give up other shit. What do you want more? You wanna eat? Or you want your cigarettes? You want to drive to work? Or you want that good meal at nighttime? You're gonna have to make these tough choices.
At the time, I have to choose between filling my car with gas or eating.
Or you can, be good to a man. You can get with a man, and then you will have more money together. Oh yeah, I forgot. Men ain't beef for y'all no more.
I could just have a job and do my job and go to work every day, and it would just pay for life. It would pay for a roof over my head. It would pay for food on my table. It would pay for medical bills. It would pay enough for me to save money so I could retire one day. Basic things.
I am 36 years old, and I have nothing to show for 20 plus years.
40% of Americans
Magic number 36.
don't even have $1,000 in their savings account. Well, why does that matter? It matters because if you don't have $1,000 in your savings account, then you need to budget your money better. The expenses should be last. That means you're living above your means.
I don't need to budget. Prices either need to go down or my pay needs to go up. I think I'm someone who's fairly reasonable with my spending. I pay my bills. I take care of my needs first and foremost.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself, brother.
Care of my wants within a reasonable parameter. I don't spend exorbitant amounts of money to the point where I need to track how much I'm spending because money's just flying out of my ears. Things just cost too much. So again, my pay needs to go up.
So our 2 bedrooms, right?
Well, that's not going to happen, so you're going to have to start giving things up in your life. What's more important? That's how the black people and all the other minorities that got stuck on the bottom, this is how we live. We give things up. We say no dance recital for our daughter. We're going to have to fucking teach her how to dance ourselves. You get it? Oh yeah, you don't get it. You got to put them in football practice.
Now, they have no view, no updated appliances. Neighbors are a little loud. Those are going for $3,900 right now, which is a steal. We do ask that you make 5 times the rent, so at $3,900, you need to at least make $20,000 a month in this economy, which is great. To rent our semi-luxury apartments with loud neighbors, roaches here and there, you will need a 760 credit score or higher. Higher is better. And we also have no security cameras in the garage, so if your car gets broken into, We don't care. We do also require an $8,000 security deposit that you may or may not get back. Leaning towards the may not. We do also require first and second month's rent to move in. For our lease terms, we do have a 36 and a 48. We do need to see your entire lease's rent inside your bank account to move in. So that'll be 3,900 times that 36-month lease. So we'll need to see $140,000 inside your bank account right now to move in. Also need the $8,000 security deposit on top of the first and second month's rent to move in.
Hey. Yeah, that's how it be. That's why I'm living in this fucking rat hole. Because, you know, I was gonna take just anything, you know, that I could afford. And then I was just gonna be happy with that, you know, maybe, you know, and then just struggle like I used to. But I'd have an apartment and I'd have to use a bathroom with other people and have to deal with all the shit I gotta deal with. But, you know, you gotta have this, you gotta have that, you gotta have this and all of that, and, you know. So, I said, fuck it. We're gonna have to make the best of this. You know? So things change, or you get another job, or you meet people that are realizing it's not gonna change and we don't make enough money. So I think we need each other. I don't really want to, but I don't want to live like this. People are too stupid for that. So, you know, we're going to suffer. The men and women that don't get together, you're going to just suffer and suffer and suffer and hopefully, you know, make it through. Instead of just being with somebody regardless of love. See, we're getting to the point where that love shit's going out the window. And just like I told all the older women that think they're going to have an advantage, or the younger women that think you're going to have an advantage with your pussy popping and all that, that ain't going to do much longer. Pussy's going to be like tap water. Everybody's getting it. You get it? And it's going to plummet the market, you know? Once it keeps going more and more, all the women that think they're not hoes are going to find out that they're whores. Just want to, you know, not really apologize, but say I'm sorry, because I'm not apologizing. But saying you're sorry and apologizing is, to me, two different things, you know? When you apologize, it's because you know you did something wrong. When you say you're sorry, it's not that you did anything wrong, but you know you hurt people's feelings, you know? The truth hurts. So, I apologize to any white person that may be watching this, and you're like, God, you fucking black motherfucker, who are you talking of? Listen, bro, I didn't write the Bible. I didn't write it. You know, I didn't make none of this happen. So you go be mad at the people that made it happen, which would mean yourself. You know, because the people that doing this look like you, not me. Even if there's a couple of us up there, you know them niggas ain't in charge of nothing. So, you know, it's like, stop. So now maybe this is going to be the turning point for the white and black man. You know, maybe we can actually realize we're in the same boat, you know? Maybe you'll start telling some things, you know? I'm sure a lot of you know things, you know? I'm sure a lot of you do. You did a lot of work for them, keeping people under. Who knows what you know? But I know once you find out you're not going back up and you did all those things for nothing and you're still stuck, you know, it's going to suck. And that's when the Lord's going to give you a chance, you know, to tell the truth. So people know. And, you know, When you're broke, all you got is God. You know? Because money can't save you anymore. Power is gone. So, then you have to rely on the Father. And I don't think you guys been doing too good. You keep calling his son a white boy. Like yous can't read. You can read. You're not niggas. You can read. You can look things up. So, you know, I don't think this is gonna she's not gonna stop. You know, let me get the real voice on. This is not gonna stop. I said it like 2 years ago. We're going back to back in the day, whether people like it or not. Is only gonna be 2 classes. This third class shit, y'all don't understand. It's a fake thing. There's no such thing as middle class, dumb fucks. They invented that. There used to never be a middle class. There was only 2 classes, yin and yang, rich and poor. They made that middle class shit so you could be middle in the monkey in the middle, nigga. You were there to make sure I can't go to the top in certain ways. And my father said, I'm going to make them pay. I'm going to judge all of them. And now all of you are complaining like, yo, fuck this country. I'm ready to leave it. 10 years ago, you were swearing this was your country and you would fucking kill anybody that fucking, you niggas in your fucking America. Now niggas is ready to leave because you ain't got a home? What? Oh yeah, I forgot that's what y'all was fighting for. You know what I mean? I get it. But still, you're still here. You know what I mean? You could be out in the world where it's even worse. You know what I mean? Think about the other countries. And when you see that they're living worse than you, then you can feel a little bit better and say, why am I complaining where there's people living in shacks? No toilet, no running water. They have to grow their food. You get it? So it's like, I don't know what to tell anybody, bro. I do know to tell you that, though. If you want to not feel so bad about yourself, if you want to get over the fact of, you know, you got tricked, just look around in the world, see other people that got tricked. Like I said, when you look at the poor people around the world, and you see how many there are, you'll stop complaining. Well, you should, because it should make you humble to realize that you're at your worst and you're still living better than other people by a lot. You know? Like, and I'm sure regardless, somebody's offended. My reading keeps telling me a white man doesn't like me. I don't know why. I never hated white people. You know? I grew up with white people. My second and third best friend were white. My first girlfriend was white. But I'm a racist. I'm a hater. I hate white people. Even though, you know, I don't. You know? I think I've actually spent more time helping your people than my own. My father keeps sending me to you. First place I ever moved, Pennsylvania. All white people. Changed the fucking racist into a non-racist. Just by teaching them about the Lord. You know what the funny thing was? He was an ex-preacher. Imagine that. You were a preacher for fucking 20-something years, right? You believe the Lord hard body. He was like, yo, bro, I was the hardest Christian ever, bro. I was in this since I was a kid. I grew up. I went and got into the church. I did all of that shit you're supposed to do, and everything was good. And then, you know, my wife got sick with cancer or something like that, and I did what the Bible said, and I prayed to the Lord, please don't take my wife. You know, I've been serving you, and I do all these things, and da 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 da. See, nobody ever told him, you're not the people of the Bible, and you being racist and saying you work for the Lord is the dumbest shit you can ever say. You don't get it. And he didn't get it that you begging for your wife's life, being the enemy of the children of the Lord. You want my father to save your wife, but you hate his people. Imagine that. So, as he's blubbering like a baby over his dead wife, and I know he's a racist that has a gun on him, because everybody told me stay away from him. I go up to him anyway, and I'm like, yo, bro, you alright? Because everyone in this bar knows you, and no one's walking up to you, and you're crying heavily. You're not just, no, he's, I'm like, yo, what the fuck, yo, y'all niggas know this nigga 30 years, and ain't nobody gonna walk up to this man and say, yo, you alright, bro? What if he go crazy and shoot the bar up? You know what I mean? I'm thinking like that. Imagine a black guy going to calm a racist down so he doesn't shoot his own people. Imagine that. So as he tells me his story, right, I had to remind him of one of my favorites in the Bible. The main man. So you niggas look up to David and shit. And me too. You know, Jesus and all these other dudes, Samson, Solomon, you know. Everybody want to take their path. Nobody want to take Job's path, though. Right? Your whole life destroyed in front of everyone. Everyone betrays you because they think you're a fucking hater of the Lord. They think you're on the other team. And everyone shuns you away. Everyone fucking does you dirty, right? Got the spirits on your ass. All of that shit. Your wife die. Kids die. Animals die. Home falling apart. Nobody want to be that nigga. Because you niggas is pussy. my father's a lottery machine to you niggas. He's steroids. He gonna make me big and strong. Y'all niggas don't want to go through that motherfucking Job life, right? See, I like the Job story. I like the Job mission. Why? He didn't have to fight anybody. All he had to do was go and be himself and trust that the Lord knew what he was doing. Do you know what it's like to like have your ass handed to you in every fucking way, and you gotta look up in the sky and say, I don't know what I did. God, at least let me know what I did so I could just be like, fuck it, I deserve it. I must have did something wrong. And you know you don't get those things. You gotta look at the Bible and see the law, the rules. And then you say, well, I've been following it really good to the best of my ability. Job was perfect. It said he followed all laws. And then that's going to really make you bad. At least me, I can say, you know, I didn't know anything about the law. Well, I knew we all know a little bit about it, you know what I mean? But I didn't know it, you know? I had to learn it and do it. So it made sense why the Lord kept kicking my ass. I was like, well, you're fucking still a sinner. You can't even stop fucking thinking bad shit, you dumb fuck. Like, you're gonna get your ass whooped. So, you know, I reminded him of the Job story and said, you lost your wife, right? He goes, yeah. And that made you become a biker and stop being a preacher. He said, yeah. I said, so do you think God's not real now? He goes, oh, no. I know he's real. I don't fuck with him no more. Fuck him. I said, whoa. What's going on, man? I said, that's different. I finally met somebody that believes in the Father, but literally turned his back on him. I said, yeah, I'm in the right place, baby. The Lord sent me in the right place. So, you know, I hit him with the Job shit And I say, hey, bro, you mean to tell me you was a man of the faith for so long, and you know what I mean, you wasn't working, you was you got paid, right? He's like, yeah, you know what I mean? And I said, all right, well, when your wife died, the Lord took your children, right? Those are your new kids I see you with, right? He said, nah, those are my old kids. Sound the horns. And I said, all right, so he got you kicked out the church or some shit? You wilded out or something? Demons got on you? He's like, nah, I left the church. I said, all right, so he just took your wife. Nothing else happened. He said, yeah, that's my wife, though. You know what I'm saying? That's my everything, man. Like, you know, I ain't one of these fake-ass husbands. I love my wife more than my fucking self almost. If I ain't had these kids, I probably would have took myself out. I said, oh, shit. So then I had to remind him. I said, wait up. He just took your wife from you, and you don't fuck with my father no more? I said, what about Job? His wife died. His children died. He lost his job. His property got destroyed. Everyone in town hated his fucking guts and thought he betrayed the Lord. I'm like, you got the fucking... I ain't say like this, but I said, bro, for real, like, you don't see that? The Lord love you. I said, he took your wife, yeah, but is that your girlfriend over there? And are you wearing your wife's wedding ring? He goes, nah, that's my new wife. I'm like, wait up. You mean to tell me the Lord let you fucking disrespect him, take the cloth off, give him the finger, and then become a biker, the complete opposite, and he still let you have a wife? I said, well, what the fuck do you do for work? Because I sure do see you do whatever you want all day. I always see you. You do whatever you want. He said, I work for myself. You work for yourself, you still have your children, you still have your home, and you have a new wife. And you don't like my father no more. This man took his glasses off, wiped his tears away, shook my hand, and said, I'm going home. I'm gonna go see my wife and kids. Comes back the next day, says, yo, bro, come in the back room, I want to talk to you. I'm thinking I'm a goner or something. I might have pissed him off. He takes me to the back room and goes, yeah, you're different. I won't lie to you. I really don't like black people, but it's because of what I was shown and told, and you know, the TV. Y'all act crazy, y'all shoot each other and shit. So I really believed all y'all were like that. He said, and I've been watching you since you came up here this whole time. Every day at the bar, I'm listening to you. I see how smart you are. You make these people do whatever the fuck you want. You have so much influence over these people, and they don't like you. They're more racist than me. And I said, what, you think I don't know that? I didn't come here because I want to be here. I came here because the Lord sent me here. And now I know you're one of the people. Because, you know, how many black people can say, I made a white person not be racist anymore? At least against one of us, you know, and I made him love God again. It's two for the price of one, baby. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you don't know nothing about that. You don't know nothing about doing the Lord's work, you know, where your head might get taken off for motherfuckers that don't like you. But that's okay. I feel like if I ain't do my mission, if I ain't do my work, I wouldn't be here. You know, the rules and stuff, the Lord says you don't do my work, I'm gonna let them have they fucking way with your ass. You're gonna work for me, or you're gonna work for them. And they don't want you to work. They want you to suffer. Now here we are today. Online teaching people how to deal with being broke. Ain't that some shit? And then, you know, now a lot of white people are starting to get broke, and, you know, I'm glad I'm out here. Maybe you just won't beat my brothers up when you get in your drunken, violent rages, you know? And then want to ride out on somebody. You know you ain't gonna do it to nobody else, so, you know? Well, maybe, nah, y'all don't care. But I'll let you know this before I go. Don't wild out. That's what they want. They want you to wild out. You know why? Because you're the easiest ones to get aggressive. Why? Because they let y'all be aggressive all y'all lives. Your grandpappy's like that. You get it? So it's in your DNA to, you know, if you don't get what you want, I's free. You ain't gonna do this to me. You know who I am. That's what you have in you. Freedom. You get it? So when you realize your ass ain't never been free, you got set up. See, there's many ways to put a shackle around somebody's neck, especially when you're using the mind. As your grandpappies and all that thought that like it was gonna be like that forever, and they were gonna live on the mountaintop, and all the other races would just keep coming here and building everything and make more slaves. Whatever happened, you know? Like, the Lord came and made things free, and then things happened, and more things happened, and now we're all in the game together. You know? That's why when that lady said, we need to go make them stop. Make them stop what? The fuck you talking about, bro? How we gonna make them stop? I'm not going to fight nobody. And honestly, I don't think it's like a bully, dog. Them niggas been bullying forever. Ain't no bully gonna stop bullying unless you bully them back. Ain't nobody in the United States built like that. See, once I learned all the technologies that they have for riot control, go look it up. That'll make you fucking change your plans real fast. So you think batons and shields is a problem? Yo, they're so far in the future, dog, they ain't even got to step the fuck out the trucks no more. They ain't got to do none of that, dog. They will disperse multiple thousands of people. They will disperse you niggas quick. You know? God forbid if somebody gets violent and they start busting off. Niggas ain't built for that shit. You know what I mean? Niggas ain't built for that, bro. Maybe in the long run, you know? I don't know. Seems like civil war coming. You know? Got all these different people believing in different things. Yeah.
How is it here?
Ah, that's what's up. The Lord is on his shit. So like this homeless guy, every morning I see him in front of the coffee shop, right? And usually after work and shit, this white guy. And you know, like we be talking to each other. I be giving him money in the morning, you know, he homeless. And you know, my building's cheap or whatever, so he's like, yeah, man, are the apartments empty in there yet? I talked to the landlord or whoever, and they said they're gonna have some rooms open. And I finally got on something, some assistance or something, you know. And he's like, I could afford the room now, you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, bro, like, yo, try to get up in there. But, you know, just stay away from everybody up in there. It ain't gonna be what you think. You know what I mean? You don't want to be thinking you making friends, and next thing you know, your ass back out on them streets. He said, yo, bro, good looks, cause I was thinking that, like, and if I get in there, I don't want nobody to live with me. I don't want to do none. I said, that's exactly how you need to keep it. Don't fall off. You got your shit by yourself. Live by yourself. Get more on your feet by yourself. And when good people come around, you'll know the difference, man. You've been out there long enough, you know? And he's like, yo, good looks, bro. I'm glad I be talking to you every day. At least I know I got one person in the building. I said, hey, now I know I got one person in the building I can trust. You know what I mean? I said, that's what's up, man. Like, I'm glad I be telling people about things. You see what I mean? Like, fuck can I be racist? How can I be a racist? How can people? Oh yeah, I forgot. People just don't get to know you, so you know. Anyway, send y'all off for the proper salute for the wolves. And the ninjas. Yeah. GMB, we up. We up, baby. I think we might have won. I don't know. It ain't over yet. You know what I mean? I don't like to call victories until it's really a victory. But, you know, everything been going according to the reality of the Most High plan. So, who knows, you know? I know we going to find out, though. All love, all praise to the Most High.